Good evening. Welcome to Beat the Number, NBA Morning Edition. My name is Abby, as we try to beat the number for the NBA point spreads, the over-under totals for Friday, January 31st. We're going to start off with the first game. First game on the docket, Clippers at Charlotte. Clippers, minus 14. Total 216. Right now, it is 14.5. Total is come down to 212. If you're wondering where we're getting this information from, it is from oddslogic.com. Gives you the updated information for the latest line moves, point spreads, over-unders, totals, and the injury report. Oddslogic.com. Speaking, we're going to look at the Charlotte Hornets and their injuries right now. So we look at the Charlotte side here to see, just to get a quick update. On the Hornets side, we're going to check here. Just one moment. Charlotte, we're going to see here. Sorry for the delay. This is the system is having a system update. Just one moment. The Charlotte side. Let's see. I don't see. Let's see here. Charlotte, Mark Williams, he's a game time, so it's still 50-50. Cody Martin, out. LaMelo Ball, out, leg injury. Cody Martin, core, ruled out. Brandon Miller, out for the season. On the Clippers side, for the LA Clippers, we have Chris Dunn, knee, ruled out for tomorrow. PJ Tucker, out for personal reasons. At this time, for this game here, it's minus 14. Let's see. Nothing really to say about this game. All I can do, I can just lean to the under 214, under 2, I think it's 212. Let me see. Yeah, 212.5. I can say the under. But it's just a lean for now. I'm not really gonna play it, just a lean for the time being. But under 212, I'd say for now. Next game, Dallas at Detroit. It's minus 1 Dallas, total 232. Right now, we are looking at the totals come down to 228, and it's Detroit minus 1. Detroit's favored at home against Dallas. And it's come down to 228. So we're going to look at the injury report for Dallas. Dwight Powell rules out, hip injury. Dante Exum, wrist, questionable. Maxi Kelber, out indefinitely. Derek Lively, out. Detroit. Jaden Ivey, out indefinitely. This one, kind of early to say. It's too early to say what the because we're just looking at it. It's an early number right now, so it's tough to say at this time. Let me see here. I'm just gonna look at something for one moment. Let's take a look at this. Okay, it's a tight line. I would lean to the over. I know right now it's come down to a bit to 228. But I expect a bit of buyback on this number to go back up. So I'm leaning to the over. Right now, Dallas has allowed 115 plus points in 4 of its last 5 games, and the over is 5-0 in the last 5 games for Dallas. And Detroit, they really don't defend. They're not a good defensive team, as you can see in their last couple of games. They're allowing over 100 points easily. So I can easily see this game going over the total. It's 228.5, 228. I would take the over here. I lean to the over. I know it's going back down, like I said, but we're seeing some buyback. We're gonna see some buyback. I'm assuming today. So I like the over in this game. Over 228.5. I like that. Next game here is Denver at Philadelphia. The line is -8. Denver total 232. Right now it is at 231.5, and we're seeing -9. Denver, only one person injured, Valkalko Kanker, in this game. On the Philadelphia side, Caleb Martin ruled out, groin injury. Andre Drummond, toe injury, ruled out. Paul George ruled out with a finger injury. Jared McCain, knee, out indefinitely. For this game here, look at the past matchups in this game. Denver, Philadelphia. They did play a week ago in Denver. The total at that time was 232. And it was 144-109. Denver, they covered the 11.5. So they did have their way in that game. Right now, Denver 6-4 last 10, 6-4 against the spread, 6-4 to the over. Denver's lost 3 straight games on this road trip. They're 2-1 to the over. And they have one more game after Philadelphia on this road trip. Philadelphia, 4-6 last 10, 4-6 against the spread, 6-4 to the over. They've won 4 straight games and covered all 4 games at home. They are 2-2 on the over/under. The only way to look in this game, the only way to look is look at the over 231.5. It's gone down to 231. It's gone down to 231.5. So yeah, I would look at the over 231.5 for me. I like the over in this game. That's the only way to look at it. Next game, Chicago at Toronto. Toronto 2.5 point favorites, total 231. Right now it's at 233.5. We'll get the injury report here. Chicago, Taylor Horton-Tucker, leg out against Toronto. Zach LaVine still out for personal reasons. Torrey Craig out. Taylor Horton-Tucker is questionable. He's questionable for tomorrow's game. So it's 50-50 that he may or may not play. On the Toronto side, for the Raptors, let's see. Emmanuel Quigley, questionable with a hip. Kelly Olynyk, questionable with a calf. Grady Dick, illness, questionable to play versus Chicago. So this game here, we're going to take a look at the previous matchups between these two teams this year. I think they played this season already. Yeah, they played once. They played once last month in Toronto, December 16th. Toronto's favored by 1. Total was 239. And the Bulls won by a point, 122-121. It went over the 239. This time it's gone down to 233, and it's 233. Chicago's last 10, 2-8. Last 10, 3-7 against the spread. And they are 2-3 to the under. Chicago. They're on a 3-game road trip in Boston, then Toronto. So they did play last night. Sorry, they did play on Wednesday. So they had a day off today, and then tomorrow they got to play Toronto. Then they're in Detroit. So Bulls 2-3 last 5. So they're flip-flopping wins and losses. Toronto 7-3 last 10, 8-2 against the spread, 4-6 to the under. Toronto's won 5 straight games. They've covered 4 as an underdog and covered 1 as a favorite against Washington. Now they're favored here, 2.5. Toronto is 1-4 to the under. So it tells me they're playing some defense, especially at home. They are playing some defense. Bulls 2-3 to the under as well. Let's look at the line again. 2.5. Excuse me, 2.5's gone to 4.5 now. It just went to 4.5. So this jumped up pretty. It's a big jump. I'm gonna take Chicago. I like Chicago plus 4.5. I know Toronto's getting a lot of love. They're playing well. But Chicago's played them pretty tough. They played them tight. Yeah, especially last month, a month ago. So I believe Chicago can hang in this game. They can hang and stay with Toronto. They lost badly at Boston. Bad loss there. Golden State they didn't cover. But I feel against Toronto, they can cover this. I think they can stay within the 4.5 points, in my opinion. I think they'll cover this. I can't see them at least stay within the points. I can say that at least. Yeah, I'm gonna take Chicago here. I like the Bulls plus 4.5. If it even goes to 5.5, 6, I'm taking the Bulls. I'm still taking Chicago. I'm still gonna grab it. Next game, Milwaukee at San Antonio. Milwaukee -3. Total 230.5. Right now, it is 232.5, and we're still sitting at 3. So injury news from Milwaukee's side here. Bobby Portis out, personal reasons. AJ Green, quad, questionable. On the San Antonio side, they are healthy. No injuries at all on that side. So, in this game here, we're going to look at this further. The San Antonio game. Let's see, Milwaukee at San Antonio. This is the second meeting between these two teams. First meeting was 3 weeks ago in Milwaukee. Bucks were a 4.5-point favorite. Total was 226.5. The Bucks won easily, 121-105. It was under 226. The total's gone up by about 7 points. Milwaukee 7-3 last 10, 6-4 against the spread, 8-2 to the over. Milwaukee 3-2 last 5 games. Last 5, 3-2 to the over. San Antonio 2-8 last 10, 2-8 against the spread, 7-3 to the over. Spurs 1-4 last 5, and are 5-0 to the over. Yeah, San Antonio's offense is on another level. 5 overs last 5, overall 7 straight overs. I can see why the number went up from the previous meeting. It was 226. I can see why it's gone up by 6 points. I see 7 points, the over-under. Yeah, Spurs offense 5 straight overs. Last 5, 7 straight overall. Yeah, the only way to look in this game, I gotta look at the over. I'm seeing some 231s, so try to shop around. 231s, 232s right now. I would take it at try and grab it at 231 if you can. Even I'll still play it at 232, but for better value, you want to get the over, the best number. So 231 is the best number if you like the over, like myself. So I do like the over in this game. I don't have a side. I just like the over 231.5. Next game, Boston at New Orleans. Boston minus 10.5. Pelicans 231.5. We're seeing some 11s, and it's still 231. On the Boston side, we have Al Horford toe upgraded to probable, so he might play tonight. Sam Hauser questionable with a hip. On the Pelicans side, Daniel Thesis, thumb injury, unlikely to play. Jordan Hawkins, illness, questionable. Herb Jones, shoulder out. And Brandon Ingram out with an ankle injury. So Boston, New Orleans, we'll look into this one now. So Boston, New Orleans, they played 2 weeks ago. This is in Boston on January the 12th. Boston was a 14.5 point favorite. Total was 230. Boston won by a point. Pelicans covered and it went over 230. Last 10 games, 6-4 Boston, 4-6 against the spread, 5-5 to the over. Boston 3-2 last 5 games, and are 3-2 to the over. Pelicans 5-5 last 10, 5-4-1 against the spread, 7-3 to the over. Pelicans have lost 4 straight games. Yeah, they lost 4 straight games. So 1-4 last 5 games, and are 3-2 to the over. Yeah, the only way I can look in this game is basically the over. I like the over here. Another over 231. I like the over in this game. That's the best way to play it. Not touching the set at all, just like the over. Phoenix, Golden State -1. Total 226.5. Right now it is at 1.5, and the total is 227.5. Phoenix. Kevin Durant, thumb, upgraded to probable, might play tomorrow. Ryan Dunn, upgraded, ankle injury, may be playing. Golden State. Draymond Green, out with a calf injury. Jonathan Kuminga, ankle out for Golden State. This game here, let's look at this one here. Phoenix, Golden State. They played 2 times already. First meeting was in Phoenix. Phoenix is a 1-point favorite, total 235. It was 113-105 in the first meeting. Phoenix won, under 235. Second game was in Golden State last month, December 28th. Golden State was a 6.5 point favorite, total 220. Warriors won at home, 109-105. Phoenix covered, but they won by 4, and it was under 220. This one's gone up to 227. Phoenix 7-3 last 10, 3-6-1 to the under, 5-5 last 10. So 3-2 last 5 games, and they are 1-4 in their last 5. Golden State 5-5 last 10, 5-5 against the spread, 6-4 to the over. 3-2 last 5, and 4-1 to the over. That's Golden State. This game's going to be a pass. I don't have any opinion on this game. Me personally, I just have to look at props. Props for this game is the best way to go about it. but those props aren't coming out till tomorrow, and the rest of the props for the NBA. So we're gonna dive into the props tomorrow and look at some other plays that we didn't get to tonight. But the plays that I like, I'm gonna go them over again. The plays I like for tomorrow. My early leans, I do like the over in Dallas Detroit over 228.5, 228 even. So shop around and see if you can get that early number, because I like that. Chicago Toronto, I like the Bulls plus 4.5. I'm actually gonna wait to see if the line keeps going up and up to get a better number. So if you like the Bulls like myself, just wait till tomorrow. See if the line goes up. See if it goes up to 5. If it goes down to 4, then still take Chicago. I'm still in Chicago either way. But just keep an eye on it tomorrow if you like the Bulls. Denver Philadelphia is going to be over 231.5 for me. I like this one here too. That's the only way I'm going to play it. So grab the number early before it goes up. Milwaukee, San Antonio. Yeah, this one's an over as well. Another over, 231.5. I like this one here as well. Boston Pelicans is another over as well. Phoenix Golden State's a pass. So I give you one side, and then I gave you a whole bunch of overs. So one side with the Bulls, and another 4 overs I gave you tomorrow. So so if you like the overs, just grab those overs that I told you, the over-unders. Just grab them. And remember, shop for the best line possible to get the best value. All right, so that does it for Beat the Number. My name's Abby. Thank you for joining me. Whether you fade or follow, it's up to you. I just choose the picks that I see fit and what I like. But take care. I hope you cash your tickets either way. Good luck. Stay true to yourself. Stay humble. Believe in yourself. Have faith. Peace. See you tomorrow.